If your child loves listening to rhymes and also enjoys singing rhymes, then this video is for you because I am going to show you how you can use something as simple as nursery rhymes to teach children speech and language skills, academic skills, and cognitive skills. Did you know research shows that children who are better at rhyming go on to become children who are better at reading? So don't miss this opportunity to get this value-packed free course today. This course is going to be split into 3 parts. In the first part, I am going to tell you why teaching through rhymes is important. In the second part, I am going to give you actionable strategies on how as parents you can use these strategies to teach your child through nursery rhymes. And in the third part, I'm going to give you 5 of my favorite nursery rhymes that I use in therapy and how I use them in therapy. In part 1, we are going to see 10 reasons on why nursery rhymes are important. Pay attention to all the 10 reasons because these are clues on how you can use nursery rhymes to teach your child that we will be practically implementing in part 2. Have you noticed that so many nursery rhymes repeat one word or one phrase again and again? This is not an accident. It is a fact that children learn language when it is repeated to them over and over again. The repetitive structure of the nursery rhymes increases the probability of your child learning the words in the rhymes. And if they remember the words, it increases their vocabulary. This is also why storybooks have certain main theme words in them that is repeated throughout the story in order to stimulate that one or two words again and again within the context of a nursery rhyme or a storybook. So the repeating nature of the words in the rhymes allow for children to have more opportunities to learn those words. As well, nursery rhymes are generally designed around a specific topic or a theme. So there is a lot of vocabulary related to one theme. For example, animals, farm, animal names, farmer names are all related to the Old MacDonald rhyme. In this way, when you teach language to a child within a context or a theme, there is higher probability for your child to learn and remember those words. It is a truth that children learn language when it is presented to them in more than one ways. This also has a term called multimodal teaching. In the same way, nursery rhymes have simple, elegant, beautiful actions that accompany the rhymes. By doing the action and by not just listening to the rhymes, so there is the auditory part of listening as well as there is the physical part of doing the action, which together combines in helping your child understand the words of the rhymes. Examples are how head, shoulders, knees and toes rhymes uses the whole body pointing as well as something as simple as itsy bitsy spider, and as you do the action of going up, you teach the word up. So this way you are doing the action related to the word which strengthens your child's comprehension of that word. Nursery rhymes are also a great way for children to listen to early speech vowels and consonants. For example, sounds like E-I-E-I-O, which has a lot of vowels that children begin to use and speak. Another great example is the Baba Black Sheep rhymes, which has a lot of repeating b sounds like Baba, black, as well as it has the w sounds, which are all early sounds. When children listen to these early sounds, it helps their understanding, perception of these sounds as well as the expression of these early speech sounds. Nursery rhymes can also level up and be used for social skills teaching. My favorite example that I use in my therapy is the wheels on the bus rhymes, where I give the child a chance to tell which action they want to do. So I do one action, another child does the next action. The other child does the third action. So I will do open and close. The other child will go up and down. Another child will go wah wah wah. So they get to decide which one they want to do and wait for their turn so that other children can also express. Similarly, nursery rhymes include just that, rhymes. So these rhymes come in a nice rhythm in very simple words that occur often. This is a great way to teach children that any language has words that rhyme. Phonological awareness is one of the most important skills for a child to have in order to read and write. So this phonological awareness is an umbrella term which denotes the ability to know that there are many sounds that make up a word, and these sounds can be split in different ways or combined in different ways or replaced to create new words. Nursery rhymes are also great at teaching cause and effect. Cause and effect is one of the most important cognitive skills, and this skill has to keep on developing in a child. For example, songs like Five Little Monkeys show a child that when you jump very high or when you fall down, you hurt yourself, and when you hurt yourself, you go to the doctor. Or you can see evidence of somebody lying if you ask for some visual aspects. That is, if you in Johnny Johnny Yes Papa, when you say open your mouth, you can see the sugar in it. So you can say that what the child is saying is not true. Nursery rhymes also teach children a lot of general knowledge and information about how the world works. For example, the rhymes Jack and Jill, water is coming from the ground. We get water from well. Or for example, in the Baba Black Sheep rhyme, we learn that we get material or wool from sheep. Phew, it seems like nursery rhymes are superstars because they have all these so many abilities to teach our child so much more than just song. But you know what? There's another superstar. Who? You. Because you completed this part 1 of the series and you're going to part 2. So give yourself a tap on the back and let's get to part 2. Now we know why nursery rhymes are important and what are the different things you can teach through nursery rhymes. Now, how do you exactly teach a child through nursery rhymes? I'm going to tell you. But before that, I want to give you an announcement that these strategies work well for all children in general. But I will also give you some more adaptations. If your child is very young or if they've not yet began to speak or if they are non-verbal, how do you adapt these strategies for your child? As well as if your child is older and does speak and does do all the strategies, but then how to level up these strategies to teach your child more skills. When we think of nursery rhymes, we immediately think singing. That is, only singing the rhymes is the main thing. But there is so much more you can do. One of the main things is action imitation. Imitation is one of the fundamental skills on top of which all learning happens, and children also use imitation to learn any other skill. Through imitation, you're not just working on the physical aspect of moving your body, but also you're able to connect the word that you hear or the word that you sing with the action that you are doing. So you're increasing comprehension. So the goals are twofold, that is understanding, improving comprehension as well as executing motor movements. Some of my favorite rhymes in this category are the roly-poly rhymes. So when you do roly-poly, roly-poly, up, or down, or in, or out. So you can use this type of whole body action involving both hands, which are very easy to start. Another example is the hickory dickory dock. So when you sing hickory dickory dock, the mouse went up the clock. you again use your hands to go up. So you are not just doing the action of going up, crawling up, mouse went up the clock, but you're also doing the action up and teaching the word up. Another great rhymes to imitate is the wheels on the bus rhymes, which has so many actions, and the put your right hand in, put your right hand out and shake it all around. So these are also great rhymes to do whole body imitative actions. This slowly brings me to my second skill, which is to teach communicative gestures through rhymes. That is, you can use rhymes, example, the Johnny Johnny rhymes, which has the word no. So when you're singing the rhymes and you get to the part where no papa, you can say no papa, no lies, no telling lies. So again, you can emphasize your child to learn the concept of no and how to say no to others, how to use the gesture, how to do the gesture of no. Even the hickory dickory dock rhymes or the itsy bitsy spider rhymes has words like up and down. So as you sing the rhymes, you go up and come down. Or the ringer ringer roses rhymes also has the word down emphasized. So try to pick up words from each rhyme to teach your child the communicative gesture of that. So up and down or up, down. So communicative gestures are also great for non-verbal kids or kids who are not yet speaking. So if you teach your child gestures, simple gestures like no or go up, go down, it will make them feel empowered enough to communicate. And for older children who can easily do these imitative actions and they know all these words very well, then you can work on combining 2 to 3 step imitative actions and executing it. Example would be Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, came tumbling. So all of these actions like went up, took water, fell down. So you can combine 2 to 3 actions in one sequence and ask your child to sing and do, which is a little complex for kids, but it is very important working memory task. The second strategy is a repair strategy. That is, you know that your child loves a certain rhymes. Let's say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And you have been singing it over and over again. You're doing a lot of imitations with it. But you don't know what else to do with it. So here is the repair strategy where you purposely sing the wrong word in the rhymes and ask your child's help in repairing it. For example, you can sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Car. And your child is like, car, is that right? And if your child is not paying attention, you can also stop and like, oh, car? No, star. Again, let's do it again. Twinkle, twinkle, little car. No, wrong. It's star. Okay, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yes, correct. Another example that children always like is the ABCD song. Here you can do FLMP. What? No, wrong. ABCD. Yes, correct. Another strategy is to go big with rhymes. Most often we think when we take rhymes that there is only set way to teach it. It's not true. And I oftentimes see that my children who come to therapy, they are very focused on one specific rhyme or they only like this one or two rhymes. So what I try to do is I try to take that rhymes and do activities around it. Let's say we take a simple rhyme like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I try to teach the child about the concept of space. We do drawing and painting with sky, star, moon, planets and rockets going to space. Or maybe your child likes the 5 little ducks when swimming one day. So you can take the concept of a lake, or what are the animals that swim, what are the sea animals, or draw a forest, draw a pond. Maybe ducks go swimming one day, maybe goose go swimming one day. So you try to expand conceptually on one or two rhymes that your child specifically likes. The fifth strategy deals with cognitive flexibility. This is very similar to our fourth strategy, where we tried to increase the conceptual understanding around a rhyme. But in the fifth strategy, I want you to think how you can take this rhyme and apply it to something else. So most often our neurodiverse children have difficulty with cognitive flexibility. They have very rigidness or sameness in thought. Like if they like a rhyme, it has to be taught or sang in that specific way. So, and if you try to change it, maybe your child doesn't like it. So in cognitive flexibility, we are trying to encourage our child to think in different ways around that rhyme. So let's say your child like itsy bitsy spider rhymes. Try to do it on the steps, like as you sing itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. You can change it into itsy bitsy spider jumped up that flight of stairs. So you can either show through a pipe, you can take a pipe and make a spider crawl and show your child, or you can even teach your child the concept of jumping on steps. Like old MacDonald had a farm. So you can talk about farm animals, but get your child also think in terms of wild animals. You can say, Balu the hunter had a zoo, E-I-E-I-O. And on that zoo he had a lion, E-I-E-I-O. With a roar roar here and a roar roar there. So you can just give a name to a hunter or to yourself and say, I had a zoo, and try to extract that understanding of farm animals to wild animals. If you're liking this whole course so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you need more. And if you also have any doubts and questions, please feel free to leave it below in the video in the comments. You can text me on WhatsApp, but it would help me and other parents if you write it in the comments, because then parents can also read and learn through those comments. The first nursery rhymes I like to do is Humpty Dumpty. So I do this in many ways based on what the child likes. So most often when I have some colorful ball or one of these nesting eggs, what I do is I sing with this. So Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And I throw it down. And then I again pick it up. And all the king's men and all the king's soldiers couldn't put Humpty together again. And usually when I do this, the child tries to take it from me and tries to fix it. And as they do it also, I sing the rhymes again. Another way I do this is I also fall down from the chair. So through that nursery rhymes, I am getting interest from the child, I'm getting joint attention. I also get my child to try to open and close or fall down and cannot fix. I try to teach these concepts also. The second nursery rhyme I really like to use because it has a lot of vocal components to it is the Old MacDonald rhymes. And for this I have my trusted box of all the animals, and what I do is usually I take a few animals, 3 to 4, and keep it with me hidden, and I probably have a house or a farm or just a cardboard box, and I put these animals, take these animals one by one and say, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. And when I sing on the farm he had a cow, I try to put the cow in a house to mean a farm or a cardboard box to mean a farm, because I am again giving some type of visual to anchor my language so that my child understands that animals live inside farm. And then again I say when I do a moo moo here and there, when I say here I take the cow near the child with the moo moo here and a moo moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo moo. So when I sing the word here and there, I again try to anchor that words with the action of here and there. The third rhymes that I really like to do, you might have already know this, is the roly-poly rhymes. And a little bit of an alteration, which what I do is, when I sing the roly-poly, in, I try to put my hand around the child and bring them closer as in, which really excites them and makes them seem like it's a fun activity. So these are great. Most often we struggle with getting engagement from our child or getting that connection that I keep talking about in all my videos. So for that connection to happen, there should be some element of fun or some element of interest with the child and us. So when you do these type of activities, when you do in, you pull them close, and when you do out, you push them far but still holding them. It excites them, and I have always noticed that movement based play excites children very much. So these rhymes are a great opportunity for that. Oh, and talking about movement based play, I have a special course based on play based speech therapy for parents to learn to do therapy at home. It's a self paced course, and if you're interested in that, do contact me on WhatsApp to get that course for yourself. Now, my fourth favorite rhymes to do speech therapy is the wheels on the bus. So when you're singing the rhymes, do the actions in a very exaggerated manner. When you do round and round, you can just turn around and go round and round your whole body. So keep your hands like this and turn around fully, and encourage your child to also turn around. That spinning movement gives the child a lot of happiness and energy to participate. So, and also when you do up and down, you can probably jump up and down. When you do up, you can jump up, and when you go down, you can go to the floor. So exaggerated movement, the wheels on the bus rhymes really gets my children very excited to do the activities. My fifth favorite rhymes is the baby shark rhymes. So when I sing the rhymes, I start with just singing the rhymes because many children know the rhymes and they like it. And when you sing it, there is a sense of familiarity that you also know what they know and you also like to sing it with them. So just sing and move your body and enjoy the rhymes. And when the second time you sing it, you can employ the cognitive flexibility and try to teach your child other concepts. Like you can take a picture of yourself and your child and dad and grandma and grandpa and hold that picture, let's say attached to a pencil, attached to an ice cream stick, attach it and then hold it as you sing. So when you sing baby shark do, you can have your child's picture on the paper and hold it and sing. And same way mummy shark or daddy shark. If you're enjoying this course so far, I know you will really enjoy my play-based speech therapy course, which is a full complete course, and that you can just get it for yourself and slowly learn it and implement it with your child at home at your own pace. So if you think that will be interesting to you, do message me, contact me on this WhatsApp number. The link is also in the description, and you can have all these information for yourself.